while we're joining, I think we can give you a little bit of introduction to at least myself and Yuri, and then we'll have Yuri introduce our speakers here in a couple minutes. So my name is Nathan Gillian. I've been working with Fabric ever since it started. Been to FabCon every year. It's been awesome. And I've really enjoyed working the software. It's fun to see where Microsoft is going and where they continue to go. It's a really great direction, and it's been fun to see that. And also with the advent of AI, it's just changing the world so much, and it's fun to be a part of that. So that's a little bit of my history. And then Yuri and I were like, you know what, we should have a user group, because we used to have one at Salt Lake, and then COVID happened and everything died. And so we thought, you know what, let's bring it back. And while these meetings have been small, they've been fun to do. And we're looking forward to continuing to grow them. And hopefully, as we continue to do it, we'll gain momentum and more people want to join, and it will just continue to get better and better. So that's a little bit about me. Yuri, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, just so everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, so my name is Yuri. Fabric is my zone of expertise, I would say. So we both, together with Nathan, were speaking at FabCon in Atlanta in 2026 this year. By the way, regarding the group, I believe I pinged you on the last day of December 25, I believe, or the first day of the 26. I don't know, remember exactly, but it was like very, very edge. Yeah, so regarding the Fabric, one more thing is Fabric was selected by Gartner as a top leader recently, a week or so ago. So kind of strategic investment who learns Fabric, and especially with the last updates, this Rifen thing, all this stuff. So it's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So today we will be speaking. We have two speakers, and I will be asking you guys introduce yourself, and then we are ready to go. Yeah. So who wanna be first?
Yeah, I can go first. Hi everyone. My name is Raghav. I work in a manufacturing firm in Atlanta, and we work in data platforms, especially on.
Colleagues, 1 second. Sorry for interruption. So Nathan, quick question: have we started the recording, right?
Yes, it's going.
Yeah.
Good. And also, I heard some noise on the background. If somebody is not muted, I would be very grateful to mute us. Thank you. Yeah, let's get started. Let's continue.
Yeah. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for taking time to join. My name is Raghav. I work in a manufacturing firm in Atlanta. So my role or my team role is more on data platforms, especially handling sensors, data, robotics, and tufting data. And we kind of have Microsoft across the organization, and we are very heavy on Azure, Fabric, Power BI, all the things. And I would like to discuss about this part in the second part, but I would let Shiva to introduce as well.
Thank you, Raghav. Good morning, everybody. It's morning for me. Yeah, I'm from India, Bangalore, and I'm a Power BI guy. It's almost I spent 9 years on Power BI, build so many dashboards, and currently I'm working in Raghav's team. I'm very thankful for his support. He given very new challenges for me, and I learned and built many new dashboards using Power BI. And we are working in other applications of Fabric. Yeah, we are exploring and we are learning a lot. Thank you for that. Yeah, Raghav.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Shiva, for your kind words. So before I start, right, I would like to kind of ask how many are people from manufacturing or like which domain are you from, UV and Nathan? Just wanted curious.
Yeah, so I've been in consulting, but I've worked with many manufacturing businesses in the past. Manufacture anything from like manufacturing drinks, beverages, and other products as well, so furniture and things like that. So I've helped companies in manufacturing be successful with fabric. So I'm interested to see the pointers that you have and how your approach has been.
Sure, sure. And have you heard about the tool called Planner in Microsoft Stack?
Yes, yeah, I have.
Okay, good, good. Because not everyone knows about Planner. It's a very underrated tool, but a lot of people in from my company loved it. So I'm going to show a use case where we integrate a bot, a planner, and Power BI, and build a data product uh, to to solve two problems. One is like uh, generally, yeah. Can you let me share my screen first? Is it possible to share my screen? I can't, it says disabled.
Yeah, let me make you a presenter. And there you go. Now you should be able to. Shiva, will you need to present as well?
No,
Yeah.
mostly it's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make you both
Yes.
presenters. Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Looks great.
Yes.
So today's topic is how do we move from prompt to plan, P2P. So what stacks we are going to use? We're going to use AI agent, Azure bot, and a planner and a Power BI. So basically, we're trying to build a data product for an end user. So who are these end users, right? Yes. So as I said, most of the manufacturing plants, they don't have time for anything, especially tech. They're so tired. They're very time conscious, right? They want to just move on with the life. But having said that, they're extremely hardworking. They know what they do. And one of the challenging for a plant managers is to trigger some ideas or generate some ideas. The two problem statements he has got, right? The first is how can he collect the ideas from different sources, like from different type of audience, maybe a part-time worker, a process engineer, or a supervisor, or lead, right? Or the second thing is how can I collect this in a more automated way and assign a dollar to each idea and show it to a mind leadership and have a conversation where instead of just managing the ideas, debating which idea I need to go and implement. So it's more like in product management, right? So prioritizing the ideas based on the dollar value and figuring, okay, this idea saves so and so money, and let's go ahead and implement it. That's the whole problem statement. So we have how do you collect ideas? The second thing, how do you show the ideas? Right? We thought initially Jira could help us, but we were surprised because Jira was too expensive for loading a lot of like 300 to 400 part-time workers, like too much of expenses. The economics did not work at all. And it had a high learning curve, like steep, very steep. They have to train them on what is epic, what is story, what is how do you rate a story, all those things. I don't think they have energy to learn all those things. And the entry barrier to this is very, very tough, very, very high. So we thought maybe Jira is not the fit. Then the plant manager said, Raghav, I don't have any time for all those things. Can we have something very quick and like neat, a simple PM tool? Then we thought of Planner. So Planner is like basically it's a Microsoft project management tool where you can create tasks, assign to people, and give a deadline and also assign a priority for them. So that's more like it's a free, but we have two versions. One is a free and premium. I'll talk about it later. But the overall the idea is It's very simple to use, right? Easy of use. Anybody who has got a Teams app, anybody who's got an Planner app can go ahead and add a task and assign to someone else. And it fits well with the Microsoft ecosystem, right? So these are the two selling points for us to go with the Planner, right? Now, so basically what we want to do is we started with Planner. They loved it. We have so many stories. Now manager is happy, and he with instead of before Planner, it was using Excel to manage ideas. Now he has a planner where he can show the management, hey, I have so many ideas, and these are sorted by dollar. These are the top 3 ideas I want to implement to save so much of money. That's the way the conversation went. But that is not enough for me to kind of uh, improvise. So we want more from it. The first thing is we thought, why don't we build a bot, Azure bot, where one of the problem where we pushed Planner was people had time to kind of create a task. They were like more into like, yeah, I know I got the thing. I'll write in an email note and I'll try to go to desktop and I try to create a task. But with a bot, whenever you have access to Teams, you can start interacting with the bot and try to create a task. Either you can create a task, or you can delete a task, or you can update a task, or you can fetch some task. Let's say I'm a manager. I want to know what are the tasks I have. I can sort by, again, you're talking about fetching by dollar value, top dollar value, or fetching by priority, or fetching by name. All those things we can do it in the bot itself. That's the ultimate thing. So instead of going to Planner, we want to build a bot, Azure bot, where it interacts with the Planner, and we have a Power BI on top of it. That's the whole idea of this. As I said, right, this is the high level idea. So we have teams who are wants to kind of want to log in task. They can go to Teams, create a task, the title name, and also what is the title, who's assigned to, what is the high priority, and also when it should be done. Then agent will try to interrupt the intent and try to create an MS planner and create a task into it. So it's the basically the agent and planner interacts by REST API. I'm sorry, Graph APIs. Then again, planner to Power BI is again a Graph API as well. So mostly it's all interaction with Graph API things. So under the hood, what happens is when plan manager types, and any worker who wants to create a task, or he's got an idea on the right, all he has to open the task and type that thing, and agent interprets the data and creates a task and confirms to the teams, right? So why agent? There were still we can use Copilot. We don't need AI agent to do it. Why agent? Because it can be highly customizable. That's the most important thing. For example, we want to we started with Planner. We loved it. Now we want to move to more like an, can we ask the bot to interact with legacy systems and try to push some data back to the legacy system? For example, I have let's say Salesforce, or I have some CRM of Microsoft. Can we push it back, data back to order management, to saying that, hey, this order has been delayed and we have to push the promise date back to like a couple of weeks from now. So right before that, it was just we have to do a phone call. Now with the bot, so we eliminate all the cross-functional issues, frictions. We try to have a like synergy between the bot and the legacy systems. Like either it can be Salesforce, it can be CRM, it can be anything on the backend side. The second thing is, and we deal with manufacturing plants, we have a lot of vendors, and handling the vendors is one of the most important thing, because We should know what price, what product they're handling, all those things. A plan manager, as he needs to maintain the list. For him, it's too much for him, because if you look at the typical day of a plan manager, 80% it's all about production issues. What is happening in my plant? Maybe the machine is not working. Maybe the network is not working, or there's the safety issue, or it can be some the operations issue, or something else, right? The last thing you worry about is vendor management. But if he wants to like take a decision on which vendor I needs to take, it should be in the fingertips, right? Building an bot where it can handle three things: the planner, vendor management, and talking to legacy system using a bot will try to eliminate the friction between the cross-functional teams and make the plan manager life so easy. So that's the most important thing we wanted to kind of address. Can we have an agent for a plan manager? So we started with this thing, creating a planner. Then we want to kind of move beyond planner to a more like, can you interact with legacy systems? And third thing is vendor management. That's why we want to have an like AI agent instead of Copilot. Copilot is no code kind of thing, which is good. It answers some questions based on the data. But if you're looking for tools, if you're looking for multiple tools, probably the idea is having an MCP server will help. That's what we are planning to head in the roadmap as well. So the basic concept of planner is like this is how it looks like. Yes, replace the so when you create a task, you have 3 or 4 buckets: to do, in progress, and completed. And that's how you can assign tickets: RK, SN, MJ, RK, SN, all those things you can assign, and manager has a visibility on this. So this is how the demo will be. For example, I create a task, agents gets that information, creates a task, and Power BI will be able to show that and to Power BI. Let me share uh, show a demo on this. Give me a minute. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I see your Teams right now.
Yeah, looks good.
One second. I have to restart my.
I hope there is no secrets and API keys, right? In this
No, I don't
window
think
that
so.
you showed.
Mhm. I'm restarting the server so that the bot can. Sometimes bot will die. So let me try it again. It is.
It's
Yes.
demo time. Oh, okay.
Yes. Can you can see? Yeah, you see a response from bot saying that, okay, let's create a task, create a title, fabric demo, and assign to Raghavendra, and make it high priority and today is tomorrow. Yes. So you can see, right? Like a task is being created now.
Oh, cool.
So let's go and check the task. So can you see your screen?
Yes. So I see the tasks.
Yes. What was that thing called? Yeah, fabric demo. Can you see that?
Yes.
Fabric demo. Due date is
My,
tomorrow. Urgent. Can you see? Can you see this thing?
Yeah, the grid.
Fabric
I
demo.
see.
Yes.
Yep, the
You
fabric
have a
demo at the
question?
bottom. Yep, looks good.
Yes. Yes. Now, as a manager, I want to fetch all tasks.
It's actually yesterday, July 15, but maybe, yeah, maybe just
Yeah, so
-1.
it's
It's
a
like,
bug. I need to
uh-huh.
fix it, I guess. But yeah, if you look at the task, right now we have 20 tasks, 16 are not started, 2 are in progress, and 2 completed. And you see
Mhm.
the task, and this can be better for demo purpose. I thought I'll just fetch and show the data. But let's say as a plan manager, I want to like delete. So I'm trying to delete a post event arcade task title.
That's great. So it checks the original task if it recognizes it correctly or not. Okay.
Yes. Now, Shiva, can you try to update the uh, Power BI dashboard? Refresh the Power BI dashboard as well, so that we can. So the task was what we created was fabric demo. So
Mhm.
usually it's a batch. We can make it real time or ad hoc. So look at this. We have I deleted post event RK. Someone is paying me. So okay, 1 second now. Someone is saying that okay, someone is paying to if they're not able to join the thing. I'm trying to.
If you need me to send a link to somebody, I'm happy to do that for
Yeah,
like the
I think
team's information.
yes. I think I did that. But anyway,
Okay.
Shiva, are you able to refresh the data from your
Yes,
side?
Raghav. Yeah, yes, Raghav.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, I
not
will
able to
share.
see.
I will share my screen.
Okay,
So
go
this
ahead,
is
go ahead
the,
and share.
yeah. So fabric demo is
See,
appearing on the dashboard.
and we deleted post event RK, right? As we like
Post
we just
event
deleted.
RK. Yeah, it is
Yes,
not
it
there.
is not there. Yes. So basically, what we're trying to do, so we're trying to integrate all the products from Microsoft and creating a data product for this. Any questions till now?
I have a small question. So to partly conclude this, so we have planner, I try to understand the flow. So we are using Teams as an input interface. Then we have Planner for visualizing. Then we have Power BI for visualizing as well. I'm slightly confused, so I'm trying to understand the architecture
I'll
kind
tell
of
you. I'll
this.
tell you.
Uh-huh.
Teams is for the intake of requests. Planner is for managing my requests.
Mhm.
And Power BI dashboard is for building my dashboard. So what you see is just reading it. We're not building anything, but it's for data visualization. So we can assign a dollar value to each task, and we can do it we can do a good neat chart. But right now we didn't do it. We want to show the power of to show how the data can be extracted. But the intent of a dashboard is to, let's say you're my management. I'm running a plan, so I have 400 ideas in the plan. I'm going to order by the dollar. I'm going to order by the savings. I'm going to order by sort by priority, and I'm going to give a like a very high level view and show it to you. Hey, if I do this, I'm going to save this much. Or if I bring these ideas, I'm going to increment the revenue by so and so. So, so Power BI is used for data visualization, to having a conversations with the higher management as a plan manager. The planner is to manage things. It's just to want to move stuff. For
Operational.
example, I have buckets, right? So I have 300 buckets. I don't know what, like, we have to do. We have started, completed, right? So once the idea has been assigned a dollar value, and we want to take it forward, deploy, we will try to move from a started to in progress bucket. So I will show you what I mean, right?
Yeah, I gotcha now.
Yeah. So basically, it's an so we have three buckets, right? Started, progress, in progress, and completed. And we have a couple of buckets. If you're looking for something, maybe you can have T-scoped bucket also. A plan manager can start assigning a task.
You are not sharing the screen right
Yeah.
now, right?
Oh, okay, my bad.
No problem.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, think like I'm a plan manager, right? I have three buckets. I have how many ideas I have? You're talking about maybe 20 ideas, or right? I have fabric demo. Now I want to stay. I want to be completed. I want to give a due date of 18th, and I want to assign to Shiva. And also I give a notes. I can say, hey,
And we can create the task from using two tools, or we are using Planner for structured way, or we may use the chat interface for the kind of conversational way, right?
see, chat is one way of user entry, right? So once
Yeah.
we want to try this, and after that we want to use voice, or we want to use SMS, because they don't have time for chat too. Sometimes they want to use voice, or they want to use SMS. But
Mhm.
the intent of this is collected ideas in a proper way, because you're talking about non-tech people, and they don't appreciate tech, which is very, very clumsy. They want simple, easy, and move on, right? And the first and most important thing is, how do you make them adopt, right? Teams is a good start, but having said that, we want to move beyond Teams. We want to start using voice. We want to start using like an SMS, whatever works for them. For example, maybe workers are like don't have time. Maybe nurses, or like, for example, pharmacy, right? From a CVS background, pharmacy, a lot of physicians or like the storekeepers, they want no stock of this thing, and I want to like in instead of in checking with bot, they can create a task. Hey, I need to go having a walkie-talkie and say, hey, I need to check this product's queue 1, 2, 3, 4 assigned to so and so person and move it to planner and to not to in progress bucket. That's it. It's once it's created, bot will create the task and it will try to move assign that to me, and it will be put that in a in bucket thing. And again, lot of things we can do. One is the first step is collecting the ideas, collecting all the things, and let bot fix your coordination problem. I think we have a lot of cross-functional problems. We generally call them or ask them to do it, but instead of doing it, we have a planner which makes easy. And if everyone is in Microsoft and everyone has access to Teams, automatically you can assign the task to those person right away. You don't need to ask them to be part of this plan.
I got it. So we are actually, what we are doing is we are accumulating the tasks in Planner, but in the convenient way for people who don't use the Planner, kind of. Probably understood. And then we use dashboards for kind of prioritization, for showcasing, presenting, kind of this. Okay, understood.
Yes, yes. That's right. So it's all everything is in Microsoft stack. So we don't need to worry about the guardrails, like I mean, there's a security and everything, and we have basic and premium model of planner. Premium has more advanced features, like for example, this you can add color. So Shiva, did you have the premium? Can you show how does it look like? Did you make that color? You're in mute.
Yes, Raghav. Yes, Raghav. Let me share.
Yes. So there are two versions, UV. One is the basic version of Planner, and the premium version. So the premium version has more advanced things. Like for example, you can make the planner dashboard more beautiful, like to manage a task for a plan manager or anybody who wants to do it, right? So go to board. Yes.
Yeah, it will look like this premium one.
For
And
demo, we didn't
also,
do the premium thing, but we just went for the basic thing. But you can color code, you can do a lot of things. And think about person on the plan who's
and
maintaining
also,
Excel.
yeah, and also we can add more things like a checklist, dollar value, and also we can assign some note in this one. We can assign some dollar value for this one, this task.
Think like it's the shortened version of Jira, the simple version of Jira. But being a plan manager, I can able to manage everything. I don't need
Yes,
to
kind
deal
of
with yeah, and it's a free
Kanban
and a
style.
premium. Even though it's very little for enterprise, it's just a free as others, I guess. It's a very underrated tool in Microsoft stack.
Yeah,
Oh, that looks
and
cool.
it's simple. It's simple. Yeah, because Jira is sometimes I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, for tech people, it's fine, Jira, but plan managers, they don't care about all the story, epic, and everything. They don't have time for to doing all those things, right? They have set of a task, they want to manage it into different buckets and move on. And bot is helping us to onboard this thing to them and also coordinate with different legacy systems. For example, I have an order, but there's no yarn. I need to call the yarn team and say, hey, I have an order. Where is the yarn? We have a yarn available for that. So instead of that, a bot should be intelligent to kind of figure out, okay, this order has a yarn which is not available right now. Let me assign the task to the yarning team.
And Raghav, I have one more question to you. So will we cover? So we have approximately probably 10 or so minutes more. Will we cover the technical side? I mean, like how it's implemented, because it's probably where the people may be very interested in. So as far I saw some code, like, and I heard you mention the MCP servers. But it would be, if it's possible to see under the hood what's going on, it would be very great.
Definitely,
but please don't share any passwords.
I try to give a high level. Again, I don't want to get into detail as well, but let me try to give a high level so that overall, right? One second, let me.
While you're getting that ready, I think one thing that I've done, did you create your own MCP server? Because I don't know, I've seen some on like open source GitHub Planner MCP servers, they always require like an intra app registration in order to authenticate. And then once you are able to authenticate, then you can get whatever AI tool to be able to go and do that. Unless it's built within Copilot. So I've tried that with Claude. So that could be interesting. So can you speak to that at all? Did you develop your own MCP that you run locally, or did you leverage one from Copilot?
Yeah, see, MCP, it's a work in progress. So what we did,
okay,
we want to first adopt this planner mode to all the plants. That's the first important thing for us, right? Right now, every plant is using an Excel sheet. So we want them to move to digital. The first step is to, can we get bot and collect their tasks right away and make the plan manager task easy. That was the first roadmap for us. So right now we are in a couple of plans. The plan is to get that to like maximize it. And based on the priority, we are doing it. So we're testing. For example, what we notice is like the second use case for us is fixing the cross-functional coordination thing. As a plant operation supervisor, I need to go and call the customer care and like all this cross-functional team to see, hey, what is the status and all those things. Right now, they're doing back and forth. So what we're doing as a like a next roadmap is building a tool where it sends the data. Like for example, I have an order, and I'm sure this cannot be done by this week. I need to push it to next week or like a couple of weeks. Before that, I used to call the customer, the scheduling team. Hey, can you push this order out of my bucket this week? That's what I do. So can you push the promise date to so and so date? So instead of doing it, we are building a use case where bot identifies that and triggers a data feed to back to that system. So that is one use case. The third use case of what we are doing is vendor consolidation. So as I said, right, we are MCP server. We still in the process of doing it, but we need a strong use case. The first use case is planner task, which is we want to adopt more. The second thing is interacting with a lot of legacy systems. And third thing is the third thing is more like an vendor management system.
Cool.
So Yes. Did I answer your
Love
question,
that.
Nathan?
Yep, that's good. It's good to see your approach. So thank you.
Yes. So coming back to this thing, right? So again, we have four modules. It's again agentic framework. We're doing it. So agents try to connect with the planner using a graph API. So
Graph API, you mean GraphQL? Maybe.
yes.
Mhm.
And graph API will try to create the task based on the, and they have four APIs: create a task, delete a task, fetch the task, and update a task. Right? And we have an authentication blog, and we have a bot kind of an which deploys to Azure. I can send the repository in case if you wanted to put that to bigger audience.
So generally what we have is I try to kind of build the visual architecture for myself, how it works. So we have interface like Teams. So this interface, when I put some text like create this task with this due, it sends the data to what? To which server or which service? To some backend kind of, but what is the backend?
Okay. Shiva, you want to show the graph API thing? You're mute.
Yeah, let me open that one. Yeah, Raghav, I'm trying to open that window from my side. So Yuri, it's a API where the planner from Power BI takes that API and reads all the data related to task
Uh-huh.
and uh, get that and showcase on the Power BI dashboard.
But yeah, I'm trying to understand the most curious moment, technical moment. I mean, so if we have Teams and user creates the like, hey, create task blah 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 with due date tomorrow, who is processing this request and how it's technically converted into the MCP server commands for creating the tasks in the planner? How this part works?
Yeah, actually,
Let me
so
share. Let me send that to you. Right. So
Oh, this Azure Foundry agent. Okay.
can you see on screen?
Yes.
Yes. So as I said, right, there are four files: agent file, authentication. First, we have to authenticate based on the Azure auth, right? So once we
Mm-hmm.
authenticate, we have agents where it gives you the the tools. For example, create tool list. All the tools are defined here, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the planner. So we have a graph API. First, it authenticates with the planner ID. We have a planner ID. We pass the planner ID. It sets in the .env file. Then, based on the planner ID, it will create a task. I'll list the buckets. These are the functions we try to call it in the bot. So
Gotcha.
finally,
Gotcha. All right.
this this bot. So if you look at this, right, we have an agent where we run this first. We run this run chat, right? Then based on the run chat, we call the planner. In the planner, we have a create task. We input create task, list task, update task, delete task, and get bucket task. And we call this file.
And it's all this backend is ran where in the
Azure Foundry.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So,
And
so
by the
basically,
way, uh-huh.
go ahead.
Yeah. In terms of money, like if we run like simple agent with, I don't know, with 10 people who send in, I don't know, a few tasks per day, how much does it cost for the company having all this infra?
Unfortunately, I cannot relieve the financial part of it. But having said that, uh, the ultimate goal of this thing is to make the plan plan manager life easy, right?
Uh-huh.
Using digital tools, so that once he's able to save time and he can focus on solving problems. So for example, before that he used to have Excel managing all the ideas. So he was focusing on managing the Excel, not on implementing the ideas. Now
Mm-hmm.
Planner is trying to manage your ideas. Power BI is trying to show which ideas are really good, and he should spend less time on these things than for implementing those things. So the purpose of this tool is to enable him to take decisions faster and make his life easy. But
Yep.
yeah, that's one part of it. That's the first task. The second thing, right, connecting this to cross-functional teams, like for example, Yarn. So those are things we cannot directly attribute a financial number. But having said that, these are the low-hanging fruits where we can. Uh, it's a difficult model to tell how much it saved, but overall it improved the operation efficiency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I'm trying just to understand, like, for example, when I run Spark in Fabric for the, I don't know, F8, so it costs, let's say, how much F8 costs? Around $500 per month, sort of that. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to understand the bucket of the price for the Foundry agent. Like, it's like $500 or it's like 10,000.
Again, it all depends on the response time,
Yeah.
scale of, again, once you get the minimum thing working, the problem is, can we get the cost down? That's the next important thing, because we don't want to burn a lot of money in just building something which does not make sense in economically.
Mm-hmm.
Then what we do is, instead of asking 1,000 questions, can we ask only 5 questions and give those 5 questions in the cache? So by doing that, we will be able to minimize the tokenization and also help to kind of reduce the costs. Again, caching is one way of reducing costs, but there are other ways also. But reducing the intent also matters a lot. We don't want to answer entire world questions. Just want to focus on what of the top 5 questions for plan manager.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much for all these answers. Yeah, I think for me it was very interesting, but also for people, and especially we will record that, and I will push it to the YouTube channel so people will be able to see, and especially this technical part, which is very interesting as well.
Yeah, I think if I'm a developer or fresher who wants to develop something, I would focus on how do you build the end-to-end product than technical part, because technical part, everyone knows that with Claude, if we ask the right questions, it's going to build. For example, we have Graph API, and we have an agent. Just build the connected the products within Microsoft stack to build a data product. The main question I would be asking is how do you take it to the next level with a low cost?
Yep.
That will be my focus area.
Yep.
Oh, this is really cool. I I love taking tools that we already use, like Planner. I love Planner. It's just awesome.
What was it?
And so I love seeing tools that you already use and helping make people that much better. I'm a big fan of the 1% better. This seems like that's a way to help people be 1% better because they actually use it. I think a big problem with AI today is that a lot of people just don't use it because they don't know it. They're afraid of it. And if you integrate it into tools that they already use, like Teams and Planner, then that just has the opportunity to make that much more of a difference. So
Yeah, I
it's very
think
cool to see.
most of the like small scale industries, enterprises use Teams. Without
Yep.
Teams, there's nothing. So only thing is you have to be innovative to figure out how to integrate Microsoft Stack end to end. On top of it, the best tool for BI is Power BI. It's
Yep.
cheapest. It gives you all the answers it wants and no nonsense kind of tool, right? So we need a data visualization tool. I don't think no one can beat Power BI. But coming back, we have Teams, which is an user highly adoption. All we need to figure out is what to answer some simple questions and solve some like low hanging fruits. You're not going to solve any rocket science here. If you can solve, if you make the any non-tech person life easy, then you achieve 50% of the goal with an AI.
Yep. Yep. It's very cool. Okay. We have about 4 minutes left, and we usually at the end like to see if anybody has any further questions before we end. So anybody here that has joined us, thank you for being here. Any questions before we wrap up today?
And please don't be shy. So if you feel you can write the questions down in the chat if you want,
Yeah.
or you may speak up with or without camera, whatever you like.
I think, yeah, a lot of people are not able to access the chat, I guess. Lando, Chand, Charan, is temporarily joined. Yes. Someone is pinging me. Is if two users submits the same task simultaneously, how does it? Oh, lovely question. So ideally, two ideas. If it is same task, right? Only thing is the differentiators who's originating the task, and basically we don't have an mechanism to dupe this thing. This is more like an edge case. We try to collect this information as possible, and we if both the users are assigned to one single person, but still we have two tasks. We don't think we are duplicating the task here. Did I answer your question? So it will be a duplicate records, duplicate task. And most likely, I've not seen this kind of a scenario where two people creating a same idea, but I can test it and can get back. But I don't think we're handling this part.
So it's probably a mechanism when the kind of human in the loop, right? So we will have a manager who will be seeing those kind of similarities in the tasks and will decide like, okay, this task is main and this should be dropped, kind of.
Yeah, I think there's a delete option also deleting the task, right? If we can clean the tasks and if it that's you can it's using a bot. So I don't think we have handled this scenario where when we have two persons creating a same task. I don't know. It will be duplicate task created.
Cool. Anything else?
Anything, Yuri and Nathan, from your side?
I think I'm just excited to start applying something like this at my business as well, because when you said Jira is so complicated, I was like, yes, it is. It's so complicated, and barely anybody knows how to take
And
full
it's
advantage of it
expensive too.
because,
It's not
yeah,
cheap. It's very expensive.
right, and it can do a
The
lot.
enterprises pay millions of dollars for Jira.
Yeah, they do, and I'm a big proponent of using the tools that you have, and if then they don't work for you, great, move on to something else. But I feel like you need to try, and so I think the solution that you've got here, I think, applies to a lot of people, especially small businesses that aren't able to afford things like Jira. And so this is really applicable, not just to manufacturing, but to any company that wants to take control of their task management, right, and assigning and stuff like that. So this is a very, very innovative, very cool solution.
Thank you, Nathan.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming and joining. Really appreciate that. And thank you for everybody else that joined. We are going to keep having these meetings every month, or every other month at least. Our goal is 6 meetings a year. And so thank you for being here for one of those. We look forward to having another event next month. So be on the lookout for that in the meetup. Again, thank you, Raga and Shiva, for joining and presenting today. We really appreciate your time and hope that you enjoy the rest of your evening or morning.
Thank you for inviting us, for presenting our idea. Thank you both, Nathan and Yuvi, for that.
Yep.
Awesome. Great.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, everybody, you take care. Like Yuri said, this will be
Bye.
posted on YouTube and we'll share. So
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you,
See ya.
everybody.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.